In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your squads over on Twitter at @AntsmanMac. I usually put out a tweet every 3 to 4 days asking for squads, and you guys will reply to that tweet with your team and how much MT you guys have, and then I usually pick about 6 teams underneath that tweet, and I'll put them into a video. So you guys, if you want to have a chance to be featured in one of these videos, make sure to go over to Twitter, @AntsmanMac, and then wait for my tweet that I will put out probably in the next 3 days. Reply to that tweet with how much MT you guys have and your squad, just like everybody in this video has done. But if you guys also want to comment your team down below underneath this YouTube video, make sure to let me know your squad and how much MT you guys have, and I'll try to give you guys my best suggestions to help improve your team. But looking at the first squad of the video is going to be from Tonio, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's got 250,000 MT to work with after he does claim his pending auction. So 250k is not a whole lot to work with, especially with a squad like this where you have a really good team. Devin Booker, Dr. J, Weber, Tim Duncan, Gasol, crazy good team, right? I do think for this type of squad, I honestly believe you should just go for 2 new centers, move Marc Gasol to your backup power forward, get rid of Bam, get rid of Jaren. Both of them are unsellable, so it's a little bit unfortunate. And I personally would play LeBron over Rocco. That's just me. So your bench lineup would be Shea, Nick Young, LeBron, and then we'll say Marc Gasol at power forward. So then you would need 2 new centers. And I think for the starting center, it's very obvious. Just get Pink Diamond Wemby. He's a great card next to especially a guy like Tim Duncan. You're going to have really good offense, but also amazing defense between Tim Duncan and Wemby. And then off the bench, you have maybe another 100,000, 125k to work with. There's not like a upper echelon center you can go out and get unless you like cards like Roy Hibbert or Hassan Whiteside. If you want to try out that Roy Hibbert, and if you like him, then I would maybe suggest him for your backup center position. But if you don't like him or you don't like Hassan Whiteside, there's always even budget options like Pink Diamond Kristaps or Pink Diamond Eddie Curry that I think would help this team out a lot, because Bam Adebayo is just not tall enough to play the center position, and I would definitely run Marc Gasol at power forward over center. So move Marc Gasol to your backup power forward, get those new 2 centers, and I would put LeBron as your backup small forward. Other than that, I think your squad is perfectly good to go. Next team though is going to be sent in from Roofy, I think is how I pronounce his name. He says he's got 7.8 thousand MT to work with, but he's willing to grind the game, and I just need to know where and how to improve my team. So with this type of squad, yeah, 8,000 MT to work with is not much, but you do have Dark Matter LeBron, so there's a starting point at least, right? You have cards like John Wall, which means you have the Pro Pass, which means you're going to be able to get 3 Dark Matters, which, at level 25, I think you get a free Dark Matter and a free Galaxy Opal option pack. At level, I think it's 37, you get another free Dark Matter in that door game, and you also get a Dark Matter option pack. So you're gonna have a lot of Dark Matters to come by, and a free Galaxy Opal as you're grinding the game. So make sure you're grinding the game, get to level 40 as fast as possible. Use Tim Duncan as your starting power forward. Him next to LeBron is insane. John Wall, he can probably be your starting or maybe backup point guard for now. Again, with this type of team, with 8,000 MT, you just got to really grind the game, to be completely honest. But I do think getting to level 40 as fast as possible is going to get you those Dark Matters. It's going to get you MT, VC, and it's going to get you obviously tons of players to add to your squad. But what you can work towards maybe MT wise is just getting the budget cards in this game that are extremely cheap. Cards like Pink Diamond Eddie Curry, cards like Pink Diamond Anthony Morrow, cards like Pink Diamond Rocco. Like for example, for right now, you try to get an Anthony Morrow as your backup point guard, get Rocco as your backup shooting guard, and get Pink Diamond Eddie Curry as your, let's say, starting center next to Cat for now, right? I mean, you can also sell Cat, you can sell Boogie. I didn't even realize to sell all these cards, sell that DeMarcus Cousins 100%, sell that Cat 100%, and go pick up a Pink Diamond Khalil Ware, a lot better than Cat. Go get yourself a Pink Diamond Eddie Curry, go get yourself Pink Diamond Rocco, Pink Diamond Matt Barnes, Pink Diamond Jeff Green. There's just so many great budget cards that a lot of budget cards that you can definitely add to your squad while you're grinding the game, while you're grinding the Pro Pass. Play domination and make MT. There's so much you can do. Playing domination while grinding to level 40 is probably your best bet to actually go about grinding the game. And then those are my suggestions for some budget options: Eddie Curry, Rocco, Khalil Ware, Matt Barnes, Amori Caspi is another good option. I mean, Anthony Morrow, really good at the point guard position. Maybe save up for a Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels. There's so many different budget routes you can go, but those would be my suggestions for your squad. Looking at the next team here, coming in from, honestly, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. So he says thinking about selling Hibbert, so he'll have around 100,000 MT. Selling Roy Hibbert's not a horrible idea. I do like that card personally, but if you don't like him, I can understand that. I would go ahead and get Pink Diamond Porzingis or Pink Diamond Eddie Curry to play your starting center position next to Tim Duncan. I think that works out perfectly. I like your starting lineup. I like your bench to an extent. I like Brandon Ingram. I like Moses Malone. Wilt Chamberlain is okay if you're good with his jump shot. If you feel like you can green consistently with Wilt Chamberlain, that's cool to stay. But I think you need a backup small forward and you need a backup point guard. And I think a perfect cards for this are Beasley and Dyson Daniels. I know I will probably suggest those cards a lot for a lot of different teams here, but for you specifically, get Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels as your backup point guard. He's going to give you that elite defense, and then to give you that elite offense off the bench, go get Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Then you have a really good bench lineup of Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Michael Beasley, Moses Malone, and Wilt Chamberlain. And then starting again, either Pink Diamond Porzingis or Pink Diamond Eddie Curry. To me, you make those upgrades and your team really has no holes, and there would be no cards I'd really suggest to upgrade with the amount of MT you have if you make those suggestions, or if you make those upgrades that I did suggest. Looking at the next team here is going to be from AntsmanMac. He says, "Hey Evan, been trying to get in one of these for a while. Love your vids. Been watching since 2K23. Anyway, sitting around 250k. Oscar, Bees, and Tim Thomas are sellable. Just got Oscar, and my reserves are Dark Matter Ron, Dark Matter Magic, and Dark Matter Bam." Okay, so lots to unfold there. The thing with Oscar is it's like, I would recommend you to sell him just because I don't think he's worth that price. But it's like, if you just bought him and you like him, then keep him. But it's like, for me, I would just recommend to sell him. I think Tim Thomas is cool to keep. He's really good. Beasley's really good to keep. He's amazing. For me, I would just downgrade Oscar, go get Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, start Jason Kidd, have Dyson Daniels off the bench to give you that defense that you desperately need off the bench, because B-Roy and Beasley aren't the best defenders. So if you get Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels off the bench, start Jason Kidd. I mean, you can pretty much just leave your lineup there, but if you wanted to make a big upgrade, you could go for like a Dark Matter Chet at the backup power forward spot. That's probably what I would do. You can maybe even get Chet if you just grind the game a little bit more. You can keep Oscar if you want, and then maybe just try to grind some more MT to get yourself that Dark Matter Chet at the backup power forward position. Looking at the next team here though, coming in from Ghostly, he says he's got 1.1 million MT. All the pink diamonds are hella badged out, and he has a pro pass, so we'll have Tim Duncan soon, along with either Jason Kidd or Marcus Gasol from the event. Plays mostly salary cap and showdown, just looking for some recommendations. So let's just say you have Tim Duncan, the pro pass card, just to add into this team. So you would start him at power forward. You'd probably have Joakim Noah and Corey Brewer off the bench, which means you would need a new shooting guard. And for that shooting guard, you have 1.1 million MT. I think Kawhi is probably the card I go with. I think you have enough offense in your starting lineup with Tim Duncan, with Beasley, even Wemby. I think getting Kawhi would be that big upgrade that you need. If you could run a starting lineup of Stephon Castle, Kawhi, Beasley, Tim Duncan, and Wemby, that is an elite starting five that can seriously win you so many games online, especially if you're a guy that likes to play showdown. And then your bench is still really good. You got Dyson, Corey Brewer. I would maybe suggest a better offensive small forward, like a Terry Dishinger. Dark Matter would be a really good small forward for you to run specifically. Joakim Noah. And then Dino Raja is good. I'm not sure if I'd run him at center. You could probably go ahead and get like a Roy Hibbert, get an Eddie Curry, a Pink Diamond Porzingis. But if you like Dino at the 5, I think that's perfectly fine to run if you do like it. But those are my suggestions for your squad. And then looking at the next team here, the last team of the video, I should say, is going to be from Nick. He says he's grinding for Duncan right now. He says Bron and Kawhi are staying because they are his goats, which I agree with. LeBron, definitely GOAT, and so is Kawhi for 2019 Raptors, and Wade does have 32 Hall of Fame badges. So I'm assuming that means you want to keep Wade. I don't know if that's what you mean. I would get rid of Dwayne Wade 100%. With this type of team though, I think there's a glaring hole at the center position. I think with the amount of MT you have, Pink Diamond Wemby is a must-have. If you still like Bam, you can move Bam to the power forward position and have Wemby at the 5. I think that's totally fine if you want to. So Bam can be your starting power forward, Wemby can be your starting center. I think off the bench, I just don't know if I'd run Giannis and D-Rob at this point in the game. If you want to, you can, but I think those are some, huge issues off the bench for you. I would probably also move Dr. J to the backup shooting guard position, get rid of J Rich, and then for the small forward spot, I would probably go for like a Michael Beasley. But then what I would do personally is move Austin Reeves to your starting point guard and have Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels off the bench. So your starting lineup, for me, this is what I would do personally, is Reeves at point guard, Kawhi at shooting guard, LeBron at small forward, Bam at the 4, Wemby at the 5, and then your bench would be Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, Dark Matter Dr. J, Pink Diamond Beasley, and then if you want to keep Giannis, you can keep Giannis at the 4, but then I would probably go get like a Pink Diamond Eddie Curry or a Pink Diamond Kristaps for your backup center position. But guys, those are going to be all my suggestions to help improve your guys' team. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video and find it helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.